not followed you at all?
Listen, all right, you know what? I went through and looked at my timeline, and you know what? It's slight tad bit negative. I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to try something. But I need you to be the judge and jury, and you got to hold me accountable on this, Sean. Oh, boy. Exactly.
Wait, so are we starting the confession a little early here
Well,
today?
so here's what's going to happen, because we got obviously we've got the draft tomorrow night. It will also be on Friday and the weekend. So there'll be, we've got the heat. There'll be plenty of opportunities for me to be negative, right? Through Sunday, right?
Yes.
Agreed? Exactly. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to challenge myself that I'll tell you what, up until we sign on Monday morning at 8 a.m., I am only going to tweet positivity from my account. And you're going to be the judge and jury on that.
Okay. All right.
It's going to be, in your mind, whether it was negative or it was positive. I'm going to try to only tweet positivity for the next, 4 days? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 5 days. 5 days.
That's a lot of opportunities.
But positive tweets.
Whew.
Glorious positive tweets that you can just bathe yourself in and get all the positivity and be happy about life. All of that. That is all my Twitter account's going to be for the next 5 days.
Did you get some of that sage on you?
Do you believe I can pull that off? Do I have it in me?
Not 1 minute. No, I believe that you're going to pull this off. Just because I don't believe in the sports teams allowing you to pull this off.
Well, you know what? I may have to get creative.
Yeah.
I may have to. I'm not saying I want to get creative. Use whatever's left of my brain power. Here's my question. What should the punishment be if I fail at this? I have to have some sort of repercussion. There has to be accountability.
2 liter of Pepsi.
Oh, you son of a bitch. All right, because that would blow me out of my keto, too, for a good 36 hours.
Never mind. Sorry, I forgot.
No, but that's good accountability. Yes. All right. So I will have to. I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Instead of a full 2 liter bottle, I will have to. If I fail Monday morning, you will bring in a 1 liter bottle or 2 20-ounce bottles.
I'll get you. How about this?
Pepsi, and I have to drink it during the show.
A 20-ounce of Pepsi and some. What was that candy that you hated?
Oh, what was the? Which one did I despise? Was it one that you liked?
I know it was Laffy Taffy and something else was down at the bottom. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. What else was down at the bottom? Oh, I forgot. We'll have to go back and check that.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the candy.
But I think right there you'll have to have all your negative of your dislikes.
So whatever that worst candy was that we had in the bottom tier, and a 20-ounce bottle of Pepsi. That will be my punishment if I cannot. If I fail if I tweet anything negative this weekend, oh, Lord help.
Now, this starts today or tomorrow?
This starts right now. No, it starts right now.
Hold on a minute. Let me get
this second. Mark the time.
No, I got the bell marked also, so
go.
I get every one of your
Absolutely.
tweets as they go out as well.
Yeah, so I mean, as it stands,
hide anything and deleting it.
No, absolutely not.
All right, we're set.
Yeah, my last tweet was last night, and I actually kind of started because I had the thought. I said, "This isn't fair. Garrett Richards is endearing himself to me. He's the pitcher for the Boston Red Sox, who pitched a gem last night. But for the last week, we had all been making a lot of fun of him because he had been just ass and turned it around. So, all right, so there you go. Let us see how long I can be positive.
This is our first little exploit here.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
We'll have to build onto this too as well.
There's no way this can go.
It's accountability.
Sideways.
We're going to have to hold each other accountable on this show.
That's what I'm saying. I
like it.
Some more housekeeping. So as you know, this show has been rebranded now as Toasted Sports. The first 6 months had a little partner in here, Marsh with the 4th and 20. So here's the issue, though. Marsh is gone, but we have this fantasy baseball league going on. And it would appear to me that Marsh has gone ghost on us in that league. And then when I texted him Sunday to double check and he didn't reply, I guess now I can confirm that. So I will put this out on Twitter as well. If you are interested in taking over Marsh's fantasy baseball team, let me know. Pretty much first come, first serve. I will get you on into that. And I don't want to have inactive teams in the league.
Yeah.
because that screws it up for everybody. So, and I think there might be another. I think the guy I'm playing this week might be inactive too, only because he's had Mike Trout on the bench for the last 10 days when he's been basically hitting 500. So, yeah. So I'll put it out on Twitter. If you want to take over a couple of possibly, now ghosted fantasy baseball teams in our onside league, give me a head. And Sean, if you want to take over one of them, you certainly can if you want to.
Yeah, I may. Let's see if what happens, and then. Right. But I'm down for it, definitely.
So yeah, just reach out. Let us know.
I'd like to go with the Mike Trout.
Yeah, no, sure, that'd be a good one to pick up. He's got a damn good lineup, that guy. Yeah,
I'll take that
he might want to get back into his team because
he's got a choice.
Yeah, I'm just saying. He's got Trout. He's got Poole. He's got some guys on that team. He got Garrett Cole. He's got some guys on that team.
I'll take that team.
It's a pretty good squad.
Over the John Carlos Stanton-led March team.
It's a pretty good squad. Great news last night locally. Panthers. There will be playoff hockey, and let me just get this correct, because I stole this little tidbit from our boy Tim Reynolds from the AP.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Let me just get this. Here we go. For only the third time in the last 20 years, there will be Stanley Cup playoff games in Sunrise. Hells yes.
Yeah.
7 goals, baby.
Oh, we needed all of them, dude, didn't we?
Listen, scored 4 in the third period.
Yeah.
Well, listen, what did I tell you yesterday? You knew that you were going to have a battle with Nashville. They're fighting for their playoff lives.
Yep.
Like, that was a huge loss for them last night. So you knew it was going to be tough, but the boys stepped up. They got it done. It was great to see. Listen, we know that the hurdle in front of this team is going to be getting by Tampa and Carolina. And listen, their hurdle is going to be getting by us as well. So let's just see how it all goes. But, man, how can you not be just so optimistic about just not only this playoff run, but just where this team is headed over the next 2-3 years?
No.
Right? I mean,
I am very, but Bobrovsky, man.
Well,
that
but here's the
contract's
thing.
going to haunt us, right?
Well,
Can we cut him like in hockey? Does it count that way in hockey?
And here's what I was talking about with Dwork earlier. Was it earlier in the week or last week? Yep. Listen, I understand the Bobrovsky contract, and I think we still have like 6 more years on that thing or whatever.
Feels like forever.
It will feel like forever. And there's no doubt the last 3 or so years of that deal will be absolutely awful for us. However, I look at this as the same concept as having a rookie quarterback in the NFL on a rookie contract, okay? And that is that – so we got Bobrovsky, who's making all that cash. However, right behind him, we're going to have a kid, Spencer Knight, who's a stud, who's going to be on a rookie deal. Mm-hmm. So when you look at the overall amount of money that the Panthers would be spending on the goaltending position, I think it evens out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yes, you're overpaying for what's going to end up being your backup, but the young kid is on a rookie deal, and you're paying him hardly anything.
I'm loving this.
You know what I'm saying?
Toast.
So that's how I think you can reconcile that way, right? Sounds like
it sounds in theory
decent,
sounds
right?
100%. You got me on board with it.
So that's I think is the light at the end of the tunnel in terms of the Bobrovsky deal. Listen, you had to get a big time goaltender in here, and for Florida, where the state of the franchise was, you were going to have to pay more to get players down here because there was no history of winning.
No, definitely at that time it was the right move.
Exactly.
It just hasn't played out. It hasn't played out well
Exactly.
for us.
And listen, there are folks in Columbus, the minute that we signed that deal, they were like, oh, you're going to regret this one. We love Bob, but you're going to regret this one. But I think by having all these 3 stud goalies, young goalies behind him, they can have a very inexpensive guy that is possibly carrying the weight while Bobrovsky is, kind of as a secondary goaltender. But we'll see.
Yeah, and with Huberdeau and Barkov,
right?
Veterans are going to want to come and play for this
exactly.
team.
And Ekblad coming back. I mean, listen, dude, the future is so. And how about this kid, Sam Bennett? Bro, talk about endearing yourself to a fan base like within the first 48 hours. This kid's just scoring goals at will.
Love you,
it's
Sam.
Phenomenal. Yes, Sam Bennett, where the hell you been our whole life? Like you're better than Vinny Trocheck.
I can't stand Vinny Trocheck. God.
Love Vinny. He's just being a royal pain in the ass to us. That's all. A royal pain in the ass to us. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We've got some we got to get into the Dolphins. Thank God I am not thank God I'm only guaranteeing tweeting positivity. Because what happened yesterday, listen, man, what happened yesterday? I don't know how a Dolphin fan can be overly optimistic with the talent evaluation of this front office with what happened yesterday. And we'll talk about that. Don't want to be, negative Nelly on that, but this is reality, man. Some things went down yesterday that were like, wow, really? Like we missed on all of them? Like, okay. Coming up next, reminder, tomorrow night, it is our draft party. There are virtual draft parties going on. Please. You vaccinated? You've been doing your thing? Then come join us live in person at a bar. Sports Grill Miami, Bird Road. Big O, Alex Dono, going to be out there for this 2-night event. You will be out there tomorrow night beginning at 7:30. Then Friday night beginning at 6:30. I will make an appearance on Friday night. I believe Kai also will make an appearance on Friday night. Drink and food specials, giveaways. Man, this is going to be an you haven't left the house in over a year. Now it is time. The Dolphins got 5 picks in the top 80. Come join us. Drink up. Eat up. It's going to be a blast. Wear your mask. And, we're going to have a great damn time. It is time to get things back to normal. So join us for our live in-person draft party at Sports Grill Miami, and that begins tomorrow night at 7:30. We'll be back after this. This is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
You can join Toasted Sports by text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123.
It's Toast. Smartest thing I did last year? Called B&T Windows and Doors and had PGT custom windows and doors installed in my house. Listen, it's spring. That means before you know it, we'll be hearing about the tropics churning. That means you need to get your home and family protected today. Call B&T right now, and they'll get you installed ASAP with the best in the business, PGT Custom Windows and Doors. 954-233-0126 or bntwindowsanddoors.com. And P.S. Tell them you heard about them on Onside Radio.
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your inner Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or innermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where inner Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
Time for a Sports Grill NFL draft profile. Alabama wide receiver Jalen Waddle. This 5'10" senior is listed at 182 pounds.
Deep ball, man there, get him on the fly. Waddle, there's nobody going to catch him. Jalen Waddle, touchdown.
The beauty of Waddle is in his versatility, as offensive coordinators can line him up everywhere, including the backfield. Several NFL sources tell OnSideRadio.com Waddle may be the better fit for the Dolphins than Devonta Smith. In 3 years, Waddle averaged 18.8, 17, and 21.1 yards per catch while scoring 17 touchdowns. While he's not a physical player breaking tackles, his extra gear and top-end speed will create all the separation you need in a league that's no longer patrolled by Lots, Atwaters, or the Brian Dawkins of the world. Teams that could select him: Miami Dolphins at number 6, Detroit Lions at number 7, New York Giants at number 11, or the Miami Dolphins at number 18. Join OnSideRadio.com for NFL Draft Week at Sports Grill in Miami, 11481 Southwest 40th Street, Bird Road, for a 2-night event starting on Thursday, April 29th at 7:30 p.m. and Friday, day 2 at 6:30 p.m. Listen to the live broadcast exclusively at OnSideRadio.com or join Big O and Alex Dono for the best Miami Dolphins draft coverage on your home for real sports talk. OnSideRadio.com.
Enter Miami CF, your official furniture and mattress store, is here. City Furniture is your #1 home source for the trends you want at the prices you'll love, including exclusive City Furniture collections, the widest selection of styles, affordable home accents, mattresses starting at just $99 and more. Create the home of your dreams fast with next-day delivery, plus get 60 months special financing with no down payment. Because City Furniture is here to make it easy so everyone can live life like this, visit cityfurniture.com.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
Inter Miami fans, time to find out more about your favorite soccer team with OnSideRadio.com's IMCF Football Focus. Here's Austin Robillard.
After Philadelphia's CONCACAF Champions League game against Atlanta on Tuesday night that ended 3-0, Inter Miami still stand as the only team to have scored on Philadelphia in the 2021 season. Also, MLS put out their Team of the Week, and Inter Miami have 2 players in the starting squad. One went to Federico Higuain, and one went to Nico Figal, who looks to have been the best center back on the roster thus far. Maybe Ryan Shawcross was just a backup signing. Is LGP and Figal going to be the center back pairing as we see for the entire season?
Keep up with the latest on La Rosa Negra by subscribing on most platforms. Search Onside Radio. Now back to Toasted Sports. To reach out, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast.
Toast Sports, Wednesday morning, second segment. We're talking to Austin Robillard, Red Card Radio, about some soccer, Inter Miami, all that stuff. That's going to be coming up next. Also, Dave Lamont coming up at 9 o'clock. Talk some general sports stuff, NFL draft. Also, they released the odds for the Kentucky Derby, which will be happening next weekend. So, yesterday, the Dolphins. So, let's set the stage as to what happened last offseason. Dolphins went ahead and spent $45.5 million on Shaq Lawson, Kyle Van Noy, and Eric Flowers. All signed last year as free agents. All of them are now gone. The stinger was the Eric Flowers, local guy, Miami player, now going back to the Washington football team. Dolphins signed to a 3-year deal last year, and now because of this move, at first it was said that they were going to be saving $8 million and getting a $2 million dead money cap hit, but now apparently it's the opposite. By cutting him, they saved $2 million on the cap, and they took an $8 million cap hit. It was kind of going both ways, but that's the last that I saw, that's the way that it is. That's from the guy at Over the Cap, and Barry Jackson were tweeting that stuff out yesterday afternoon. All right, so here's the deal. Chris Grier has been in charge here for now, 5 years? And we can go back and look at the drafts. There's some hits, there's some misses, which is fine. You're going to have that. I think that obviously this past draft, there's still a lot of the jury is still out because we still are waiting to see the final call on Tua, because there is still a bit of a question mark there that I believe will be settled this year and he'll be fine. But we have to admit there is still, there's been some talk. There is still some questions out there about whether or not Tua is the guy. So you have 5 picks in the top 81, at least right now, depending on whether or not you move back or whatever, pick up some more. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But, and I've said, this is a huge draft. These 5 picks are huge in my estimation, because I believe you have to hit home runs on at least 2 of them. At least 2 of them, so that this team is where the fan base wants, and that's competing for a Super Bowl while Tua is still on his rookie contract. Well, the guy that is the chief talent evaluator missed on all of his talent evaluations last offseason. In terms of free agency, missed on all of them. We're not even bringing in the running backs. Was it Breida that he brought in? I mean, not even bringing the running backs. But $45 million just wasted that. That was gone. None of that panned out. So I'm just saying, it can't give you a ton of confidence that he's going to do what needs to be done, and that is hit on more of these picks than not. Listen, I don't want to be negative about it.
But can't you look at it as, with Kyle Van Noy at least, I don't know about Eric Flowers so much, but with Kyle Van Noy, you brought him in. The younger guys got to see him kind of lead the locker room. You got what you needed from him, and you cut him, and you saved some money. And again, I know there's cap hits and things like that, but you don't need that. Defense with him out was still very good. You didn't need that.
I get you, but here's my issue, is that when you signed these three guys last year, you were very emphatic, very certain that these were going to be foundational building blocks that you guys were building around. That these were not just stopgap 1 year pieces. So the fact that you said that last year, that these were pieces that we were building around, and now a year later you've jettisoned all three of them. Well, I mean, so what am I supposed to think as a fan? So were you lying to me last year when you said that? Did you not believe that they were that good, but you were trying to pump them up? So you just told the fan base that you thought that they were foundational pieces? Or did you get it wrong? So that's
the question I think each individual fan's going to have to answer for themselves.
And me as a fan, I'm going to lead towards that they got it wrong, because I'd like to think that you didn't lie to us. That you weren't just, pulling a David Sampson and just, talking out your ass about signings.
Is it lying, or is it talking up your signing to
kind of? Fine. Lying is a strong word. I'll give you that. Lying is a strong word. But how about this? All right, how about mis-scouted them? Obviously, if you thought they were foundational pieces to build around, then you judged their talent or their personality wrong because it didn't pan out. Either their work ethic wasn't there, or the talent that you thought was there wasn't there. Either way, you pick these guys, right? It's free agency, Sean. I mean, You go to the grocery store, you're picking out what you want. And these are the guys you picked out because you felt they were the best fits and that you could build around them and all that stuff that you told us last year, and now they're all gone. So that's fine that they're all gone. Listen, I'm glad. I like the fact that you can admit a mistake and move on from it quickly and not just sit here, well, maybe he'll have a better year this year, and then all of a sudden we're 3-4 years in and it's like, God, is this guy ever going to – No. You want to cut bait immediately? Dude, I got no problem with that. You want to move on? That's fine. But I'm going to need you to start making some actual quality picks here and signings. This goes back to the thing we've been talking about, Sean, is that we draft players, we never sign them to an extension after the rookie deal.
I think Xavier Howard's the only one,
right? I mean, seriously, this is a pattern in South Florida over the last number of years, and the same guy's been in charge. So that's all I'm saying, is that we need to get past this. There needs to be a point where the guys that we bring in perform and that they're here for a handful of years. That we don't bring in free agents every year and they're here for a year and then we cut them loose because they didn't live up to expectations. If they're not living up to expectations, that means you scouted them wrong or your talent evaluation of them was wrong. Something was wrong. We missed something there. That, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I stand with this. And listen, and it's getting to the point right now where I am giving more and more credit to Brian Flores for last year. It's almost as if, Brian Flores is doing this almost in spite of what's happening above him.
You think it's like Flores versus Greer?
No. I think they get along great and they work together, but I just think Greer's not helping his buddy out with the guys he's bringing in because we're cutting them loose after a year.
But isn't Van Noy a Flores guy?
No, and absolutely, Flo was absolutely into that. Absolutely, he was. Dude, I think Flo has been advocated for all three of these guys. Absolutely.
I think the culture got into the Dolphins more quickly, than they thought it would. I think they signed Van Noy for 3 years thinking, okay, it's going to take this long to develop into something. To go 10-6 last year, I think they were like, hey, we're ahead.
For me, for the three guys that we lost, Kyle Van Noy is the least of them for me because there was no cap hit there. He didn't perform great. He performed under expectations. For me, it's Shaq Lawson, who was one of your edge rushers, and it was Eric Flowers, who was an offensive lineman that you said you were building around. Those are the two that sting me more. The Kyle Van Noy, whatever. But yeah, listen.
We did not hit on linemen.
We haven't hit on anybody. That's what I'm saying.
But linemen are even worse.
But at some point, you have to start hitting on some of these, or else we're not going to get where we want to be. And with all due respect to Chris Greer, that time is now. You need to start hitting on things tomorrow night. You can't wait till next year.
Come on, wake up, Greer.
Right? I mean, you need to hit on these picks. Those top 5 picks that you have tomorrow, you've got to hit a home run on 2 of them, most likely the first 2. So that's where we are. Like, you've got to the clock is ticking on the window. You've got 4 seasons left to get to a Super Bowl. 4. You're not going to get there with a whole bunch of rookies, so you need those rookies to have a little bit of experience. So right now, this draft class, you'd be talking about getting to a Super Bowl when they're in their 3rd year. But you need to, you're going to need to find a free agent or 2 to help, fill a hole. But you're going to have to pick the right guy, and you haven't. So figure it out. Figure it out, man.
Toast, you're going to make me start tweeting negatively.
Listen, I'm just saying. Yesterday was not, in my opinion, was not a good day for him. It was not, because you admitted that all of your signings were failures. And how can that be? And how is that good 36 hours before the biggest draft in franchise history, and you're the guy making the picks? Listen, I am, fingers crossed, hope you nail them all. I'm praying that you nail them all. I want to be positive about this. But yesterday was not a good day. It was not a good day. You don't like your GM admitting that he got a whole bunch of stuff wrong right before the biggest draft of his career. So, all right, that's enough of that. See, I can't tweet negativity, Sean, but I can speak it.
So, see, this is going to be your – I see what's going to happen here. All right.
No, listen, I had to get that off my chest, dude. That was a big thing yesterday.
Well, no, I mean, I see your point on it, but also I look at it as you said, he's kind of admitting when he maybe made a mistake or whatever, but I don't know necessarily that they were mistakes. They just didn't perform to what they thought, so they got what they could out of them, and now they're cleaning house so they can open up some spots.
Yeah, I would kind of view that as a mistake. Like, you signed him to be here for 3 years, and you cut him after 1, and you're taking an $8 million cap hit. Like, that's a mistake. You didn't plan for that to happen. That would be your worst case scenario when you signed him last year. Worst case scenario, he's only here for a year. We have to cut him, and it's $8 million in dead money. Right? That would have been, when you signed him last year, you would have said that's the worst case scenario. Well, what happened, Sean? A year later, what happened? Did the worst case scenario happen? Yes or no? So, okay, I mean, I'm just speaking.
But it's Eric Flowers, man.
But I'm just speaking facts to you. I'm not making stuff up. I'm not spinning stuff a different way. I'm just telling you the facts. Just telling you the facts. If you take those facts and you can wrap them into something positive, go. Do me a favor. Call me and give me that info. Spin that positivity towards me. Because I can't look at yesterday and say that, oh, boy, all the confidence in the world going into tomorrow night. Now I'm holding my breath, praying to God, and I got both fingers and toes crossed. We will talk with Austin Robillard. You want to get positivity going, baby. Inter Miami. What a game on Sunday. After that disappointing home opener, going up to Philadelphia Union and just laying the smack down. The Higuain brothers. Federico, Gonzalo. We'll talk to Austin Robillard next. This is Toasted Sports on OnsideRadio.com.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City in Hialeah. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Pallet Rack City is the company you need when you want your warehouse sporting the finest racks in the business. After all, who doesn't love a great rack? Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547.
When you want a perfectly straight smile without braces, you can count on MoodyAsDental.com. A stunning smile is within reach. Learn more about Invisalign. Find out why so many trust the Moody Ass family. Dr. Moody Ass is an inventor and has several patents on innovative surgical instruments that are used around the world. Experience a family environment and trust on a worldwide level. From implants to crowns to a beautiful Invisalign smile. Call 305-821-0231. That's 305-821-0231. Or go to the website at MoodyAsDental.com.
Hi, it's Olivia Munn with my shelter pets, Frankie and Chance. Say hi, guys. When I adopted them, I discovered that they both have incredible personalities. Chance's sole purpose in life is to love and to be loved. Frankie is a little bit of a scoundrel and always entertaining. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the Humane Society of the United States, and Maddie's Fund.
Miami Dolphins fans, join us for OnSideRadio.com's NFL Draft Party at Sports Grill in Miami, 11481 Southwest 40th Street, Bird Road. Join Big O and Alex Dono for this two-night event starting on Thursday, April 29th at 7:30 p.m. and Friday, day 2 at 6:30. Drink and food specials, giveaways, and the best damn draft party in South Florida. Join us for a two-night event as OnSideRadio.com and Sports Grill on Bird Road bring you the best NFL draft party on the planet.
Riddle me this. With all this sizzling meat and crunchy veggies nestled between toasty flatbread, who should get credit for Papa John's new papadilla? The person who invented pizza or the person who invented folding? Well, whoever it is, a tip of the tongue hat to you, sir or madam. Get a new papadilla, 4 flavors, just $6 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
Now that it's springtime, it's only getting hotter here in South Florida. Make sure your AC in your home or business is running smoothly by investing in a preventative maintenance plan from M&S Air Conditioning. And M&S is a Mitsubishi Diamond Elite contractor. When you purchase a new Mitsubishi electric mini split system, you'll get a 12-year warranty. Or install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit that captures and destroys biological contaminants to improve air quality. M&S Air Conditioning have been providing prompt, honest, and reliable service for over 30 years. Schedule service or call to get more info on our preventative maintenance plans. Call 954-421-3680 or visit ac-florida.com.
Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnSideRadio.com sports update.
Playoff bound. The Florida Panthers defeated the Nashville Predators 7-4 last night. Bobrovsky was pulled for rookie Spencer Knight, and the Panthers scored 4 goals in the third period for the win. Jonathan Huberdeau had 2 goals, 3 assists. Next game in Chicago tomorrow night. Puck drops at 8. Miami Marlins, they lose 5-4 to the Brewers last night, but the bigger loss, Jazz Chisholm, he left the game in the first inning with a hamstring injury. They're back at it at 1:40 today. Sandy Alcantara is on the mound for the Fish and your Miami Heat. They're back on the hardwood tonight at the AAA, welcoming the San Antonio Spurs. The Heat remain in the 7th spot in the playoff race. You are listening to South Florida's only local sports talk station, OnSideRadio.com.
Welcome back to Toasted Sports. To reach out to Toast, dial 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. Back to Toasted Sports.
8:39. Having a debate with O on the text about whether or not Shaq Lawson, because they traded him for Benderek McKinney. But didn't Benderek McKinney coming off a big injury? So we don't know. It's a big question mark there. Again, whatever. It's what a football season's for. We can debate this stuff all day long. But right now, we're going to talk about a different kind of football. Going to go to the phones and talk to the host of Red Card Radio, a show heard here on Onside Radio, Mr. Austin Robillard. Good morning, Austin. How are you, bro?
Good morning, man. It's been a while. I'm glad we're finally talking again. Finally here.
Exactly. All right, so let's get into all the goodness that was Sunday. So obviously we had a disappointing home opener, a game that a lot of us, I think, felt that we certainly could have won, should have won. Kind of were the better performing team for much of that game against LA Galaxy, but didn't work out that way. So then you got to go to Philadelphia, taking on the Union, the holders of the Community Shield. They had yet to give up a goal in their first game or in the preseason, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And you come out of there with a come-from-behind victory. Bro, I don't know about you. I was jumping up and down.
We were absolutely rocking at Dangerous Minds, where we hold the Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, where we hold the on-site radio watch party. The place was going nuts. I was going nuts. I jumped out of my seat when Federico scored that second goal. And, it's something that I never happened last year. I don't know if there was any come-from-behind victories last year. And something I didn't also expect is, Phil Neville, I guess I did expect, but Phil Neville with the same exact lineup from the first game, improving on, his tactics, improving on, his player instructions and all these kinds of things. It's a totally different squad than last year, and it makes me so happy to think that we're going to be a more consistent and better football team. It's got my hopes really high. And to beat a team like Philadelphia, like I said, Community Shield winners. They hadn't conceded against Columbus. They hadn't conceded in CONCACAF Champions League. They didn't concede last night in CONCACAF Champions League. They had a 3-0 win over Atlanta, and Miami's the only team to score on them in 4 games this year. That's something to say and something to be proud of. And if we can continue this momentum, we could have a really good season.
All right, so let's start unpacking how this whole thing went down. Let's start up front first. Obviously, we're still waiting for Gonzalo to score from open play, but obviously him getting the goal off the set piece, and then also didn't he get an assist on the second? No, I'm sorry. No,
Figo got the assist.
Figo. So let's talk about the substitution. Pizarro comes out. You put in Federico Higuain instead. How do you think that – is it possible for us to have Federico and Pizarro on the pitch at the same time?
I would say no,
okay.
Just because I feel like you need a holding midfielder. And the only way that would happen is if, that Robbie Robinson injury, which they said is not going to be serious, end up happening to be serious, God forbid. But if Pizarro was moved out wide, maybe, but I don't see Neville using 2 attacking midfielders. Now, what I do see is Federico being that super sub, exactly like he was in that game. He's an MLS veteran. He knows the game. He knows the league. He knows how to win. He's done it on big occasions already. And Pizarro, I think he's still trying to find form. He's still trying to find fitness as well. And it's not that he had a terrible performance. When you look at the first 45 minutes against LA Galaxy, he probably was our best player in that 45 minutes. But it didn't translate all the way through the next 45 and the 45 after that. But I don't think they'll be on the field at the same time. I think if you need to bring on Federico 60 minutes, 70 minutes into a game, I'm not going to be upset by that. I think it worked out perfectly, and it will continue to work out very well because Federico knows how to control the game. He completely took over when he came on, controlled the tempo, and obviously made 2 game-winning plays off the set piece and with the header. So I like the squad that we have, and I was worried about the depth. We did talk about it. I said our starting 11 quality is good. Our depth is something that, I'm a little worried about. But with the substitutions that Neville made, the timely substitutions that Neville made and who he brought on, how he instructed them to play, it literally worked out perfectly. I'm calling this substitution thing a Neville masterclass, in my opinion. It was perfect. It was so perfect, and I'm so happy that he's got this down.
Let's talk about what went down in the back line. He made the big move. He brought Shawcross in and moved Fagal over. Talk about that move and the impact that it had.
Yeah, in the beginning of the season, I was very, not concerned, but I was wondering about what the Shawcross signing meant and what Figal was meant to do and what his role would be. Was he going to be a backup right back and Shawcross start? And then they brought in Kelvin Leardom, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? But then they traded away Dylan Nealis, and I'm like, oh, my God, what's going on? I have no idea. But this move, to start LGP and Figal every single game is fine. Bring in Shawcross for that backup when you need somebody to come off, and Figal wants to get forward. We know how aggressive he the kind of player he is, and when he did get forward and moved on to right back, Shawcross looked good, by the way. Very solid. It seemed like he was very reliable. LGP still has some things to work on, in my opinion, but that's LGP. He's a little aggressive and things like that, but with Figal moving out there, he wants to get forward. He wants to be on the ball, and it's exactly what he did. I think it was just minutes after the Shawcross substitution. He went out wide. He was already down in the box and made that crazy cross and assist after beating a defender one-on-one, which is not something you expect Nico Figal to do. But it was, like you said, it was a very timely substitution. It worked out perfectly, and it goes back to me saying that this was a Neville masterclass, in my opinion. I think he tactically has this team down. He's seen enough. And you love to see it. Figal being out wide is something that I was not, down on. I thought it was something that could work. And a lot of people hated it. A lot of people said Figal's not a right back. Figal's not a right back. And I said, I get it. But bringing in Shawcross, you have a reliable person. Maybe you do put him out wide sometimes. Now you have Kelvin Leardom here, which, he will start every single game. But in situations like this where Leardom doesn't look fit or maybe another center back doesn't look fit, and you have to bring on Shawcross and move Figal out wide, there you go. It would be perfectly fine in my opinion, and I like Figal out there for the time being.
One of the issues is Gonzalo has yet to score from open play. Is this something that is a result of the scheme we're running, or is this something where he's just pressing too much right now? Are you seeing any light that maybe he's starting to loosen up and those goals are going to come from open play coming soon, or should we not be worried about that right now?
One thing I am concerned about with this team is, the effectiveness in the final third and Higuain's movement in the box, and actually everybody's movement in the box. It doesn't seem like it's cohesive at the moment. I don't see, good balls being played into the final third. It seems like everybody kind of stands around, and I was saying that to Big O and Dono. I don't see anybody moving when they get the ball, and Pizarro stays on the ball too much in the final third, and then he ends up losing it. Or you run down the wing of Lewis Morgan, and he just gets to the corner flag. The only person that I saw being effective in the final third was Robbie Robinson, who made inverted runs from the wing, and then obviously he went down with the injury, but he's not getting the ball to Higuain either. And a lot of the times you see Higuain drop back and try to control tempo as well, which is a good thing, and I think he has real talent there in doing that. But that's the guy you want in the box next to the 6-yard line, putting in balls from crosses or anything on his feet. It's something that I think they have to work on. They probably will work on, but for a team like Philadelphia, I don't think we should take it too seriously because they are a very good defensive-minded team, and as is Nashville, who we're going to take on. So I don't think you'll see an improvement from this game to the next. Hopefully you do. But it's something about the effectiveness in the final third and Higuain not getting the ball in threatening areas is something that I'm worried about, and Higuain not making the runs to get into those threatening areas. It seems like he doesn't have the movement in the final third like somebody like Cavani or Zlatan has. It's so weird to me that he doesn't move the way I want him to. I don't know. It always seems like he's running towards the back post instead of getting towards the ball, or he's just standing on the top of the box, or like I said, he's dropping in trying to control play from the midfield. So it's something I think the team has to work on, or maybe that's what Neville has instructed him to do. I'm not sure, but I think it's something that they definitely need to pick it up.
All right, so Nashville, we're on the road this weekend. Nashville has pulled a draw in its first 2 games. However, they're first in shots. They're first on shots in target. They're second in completed passes. So this is a team that's playing pretty well offensively. What do we have to do to go up there and get a result, come home with some points?
I think it's the same idea against Philadelphia. You got to stay composed. You got to stay consistent and listen to your instructions. And the thing is with this Philadelphia game, the first 45 minutes looked kind of dreadful. Mm-hmm. And it was like, okay, this is an uninspired team that doesn't do anything, but they also didn't make a lot of mistakes. And that's something that needs to translate into this Nashville game. Like you said, they have all these shots on goal. They have a lot of pass accuracy. They have all these passes. And if you limit mistakes, those passes, those shots won't be in good areas, right? That's something that you need to. Another thing about Nashville is, too, as much as a good offensive team, I guess they have been, defensively, that is their strong suit. A guy like Walker Zimmerman, who won Defensive Player of the Year, leads that back line very, very well. And, we saw it in the playoff game. We got shut out 3-0. It's a very disappointing loss. So you need to take your chances when you get them, and you need to also create chances. I want to see Inter Miami finally control possession in this game. I think it's been leading up to this moment where, the first game against the Galaxy, it was a short tempo. You relaxed a little bit. You let LA Galaxy control. Then in the Philadelphia game, the possession seemed to be a little bit more even. And now in this Nashville game, I want to see the midfield take control of the game and have our shots be the most on target, have our passes to be, the higher number over Nashville's. I want to see us take control and take our chances effectively, because that defense is very good. And everybody knows that in the league. That's exactly how they came into the league. And if we are able to take chances, then that'll be perfect. You need to test the keeper, and that's about it. You have to also limit John McCarthy getting tested, because that is something that I'm a little worried about, too, on our back line. John McCarthy, struggling after the first game. He played pretty good against Philadelphia, had some good saves, looked a little more confident, but protect John McCarthy at all costs, too. That's another key, I would say.
Austin, great stuff as always. Hopefully we get a result this weekend, Sunday, Inter Miami at Nashville before they return home. Austin Robillard every Wednesday morning. Thank you very much, bro. Have a great weekend.
Yes, sir. You too, man. Thank you.
All right, we got Toasted News coming up next. This is OnsideRadio.com.
You're listening to Toasted Sports. Take OnsideRadio.com, your home for sports talk everywhere with the Radio.net app. Find the app at OnsideRadio.com, South Florida's home for real sports talk.
Inter Miami CF fans, join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all Inter Miami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the Inter Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
It's Toast. When South Floridians need hurricane windows, there's only one crew to call, Brett and Tom at B&T Windows and Doors. They came to the crib last year, installed PGT windows and doors, and now I'm set. No more plywood, no more knuckle-busting wing nuts. PGT windows and doors will keep me and my family safe the next time a named storm comes rolling on through. Call B&T today, 954-233-0126, or bntwindowsanddoors.com. And P.S., do me a favor, tell them you heard about them on OnsideRadio.com.
When you're tired of watching the sun damage your furniture or raise your electric bill, it's time to do what we did here at OnsideRadio.com studio. Call A Shade Above Window Fashions in Davie and Sunrise. A Shade Above Window Fashions has a great selection of blackout shades to choose from. We can almost create a complete blackout for your bedroom or media room. Call them at 954-434-4774. That's 954-434-4774. Love the space you live in. A Shade Above Window Fashion.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City in Hialeah. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Pallet Rack City is the company you need when you want your warehouse sporting the finest racks in the business. After all, who doesn't love a great rack? Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. At OnsideRadio.com, we chirp all day and night. It's time to do some more chirping with David Dwork at our Chirping the Cats report.
It was a big night for the Florida Panthers Tuesday in Nashville as the Cats came up with 4 third-period goals to take down the Predators by a score of 7-4. For the Panthers, the win clinched a spot in the 2021 Stanley Cup playoffs, just the 7th time in franchise history that Florida has qualified for the postseason. Leading the way for the Panthers was Jonathan Huberdeau, who scored twice during the final frame and finished with 5 points on the evening. Captain Sasha Barkov chipped in with a pair of goals, giving him 24 this season in just 45 games. I also have to mention Frank Vetrano because he scored another third-period goal, and of course it proved to be the game winner. He now has a ridiculous 7 game-winning tallies this season. The Panthers will now head north to Chicago as they prepare for their final 2 road contests of the season against the Blackhawks. Chicago is still clinging to hopes of making the playoffs, but they currently trail 4th place Nashville by 7 points in the standings, though the Blackhawks do hold 2 games in hand. Florida, meanwhile, is still fighting for the top spot in the Central Division, trailing Carolina by 2 points while having played 2 more games than the Hurricanes.
Keep up with the latest on the Florida Panthers by subscribing on most platforms by searching Onside Radio, your home for South Florida sports. Let's get back to Toasted Sports. You can send a text at 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast. Stories you won't hear anywhere else. This is Toasted News.
All right, here we go. Going to start off in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's always good to start off in Florida. After offering random citizens lap dances, a tipsy Florida woman asked police if they wanted to bang on the sidewalk and threatened to assault paramedics if they came near her. This is all according to an arrest report. Cops responding to a disturbance call Saturday evening encountered Olivia Taylor Washek, 28, on the sidewalk outside a bar in St. Petersburg. Taylor Washek told the cops she'd been stumbling on the cops say had been stumbling on the sidewalk and attempting to give random citizens lap dances outside of a business. Arrest paperwork does not indicate whether any lap dances were actually consummated. She was highly intoxicated and stumbling, prompting officers to call for a fire rescue team. However, she was not evaluated due to threatening to punch the paramedics if they touched her. After police reportedly gave her multiple chances to call someone for assistance in getting her to a nearby apartment or accepting their offer to walk her home, she continued to yell profanities at the cops and bystanders. She also allegedly asked officers if they wanted to bang on the sidewalk. The arrest report does not indicate whether any banging was actually consummated, although it seems unlikely. Yeah. She was arrested for disorderly intoxication, a misdemeanor, and was released yesterday afternoon on her own recognizance.
Oh,
wow.
Don't drink and lap dance.
Gotta love those Tampa girls.
Oh, St. Pete.
Gonna move over to China. Many people, check this. This is insane. A 27-year-old from Russia had originally been recruited to serve as a teacher and translator for a Produce Camp 2021. It's a Chinese program where contestants are sent to live in dorms on an island for a chance to compete to be part of an 11-member boy band. Now, the producers, who caught sight of this guy when he showed up for his teaching gig, thought his good looks would appeal to the viewing audience, so they asked him if he would become a contestant instead. They said, hey, do you want to try a new life? And he said, I wasn't really into it, but I said, okay, fine, what the hell? Well, now he wants to get off the show, but they wouldn't let him because he signed a contract, and it would be a hefty fine. So for 3 months, this guy had to participate in a competition, a singing and dance competition, in which he can't sing or dance. Every week, he begged the audience to vote him off, and every week, they kept him in until the finale, where they finally voted his ass off, and he said, thank God I'm going home.
But he finished it, right? That was the finale,
He
right?
went as long as he could, yeah. The public ended up making a joke out of it. We're going to keep this guy on forever. Quickly, last one, we go to Italy, where an 85-year-old Italian man reportedly fined twice in less than an hour for breaking coronavirus lockdown laws to meet prostitutes, insisting to cops that his sex drive shot through the roof after getting the COVID-19 vaccine. The naughty senior, who had not been named, was fined $1,200 for his double breach in southern Italy during the pandemic. He said, it's the COVID jab. It makes me more viral, or viral, I should say. Viral, my bad. He told police, either way, the fine is money well spent. The man was first stopped in the early hours of the morning after being seen going into a camper van parked close to the beach, which is known to be used by prostitutes. Oh, that must be a clean place to get it done. Oh, my goodness.
They got camper vans
wow.
for them?
They just got camper vans by the beach where hookers just show up and do their business.
You got to go to hotels.
That is phenomenal. Why don't we have those on Fort Lauderdale Beach?
You see a bunch of campers popping
Listen,
up.
bro, when I'm 85 years old, I hope I have the stamina to go ahead and try to hook up with 2 hookers in the period of one day. That is Toasted News. Dave Lamont coming up next. This is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam, ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Okay, men. This is your time. Maybe you didn't choose this, but you're here now. You're gonna go out there and be an all-star caregiver. It's up to you. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go grocery shopping, cook, clean, be there emotionally and physically. You gotta dig deeper. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments. Don't you forget about the pharmacy. I know you won't, because that's what caregivers do. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. This is your time to show the world, your family, and yourself that you're tougher than tough. Now go out there and be the best caregiver this world has ever seen. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Welcome to OnSideRadio.com. Broadcasting from South Florida to the world. No station in South Florida provides more live and local sports talk.
This is like rock and roll with no music.
Follow us on social media at OnSide Radio.
Okay, forest animals, today is a new day. Kids are coming to the forest, and it's up to us to make their visit a good one. Sparrow.
Yes?
Have you practiced the most popular bird songs for the year?
Of course.
Catchy. I like it. Okay, River.
Dude.
How's the temperature?
It's a refreshing 52 degrees, man. Perfect for a little riverside shoeless relaxation.
Ah, good. Owl, you here? Course. Who's asking? I am. Look, you know the drill. Sleep during the day, scare the kids at night. Perfect. I love my job. Oak tree?
What's up?
Still in the same place I left you last year. That's what I like. Consistency.
Well, it's not like I'm going anywhere for the next couple hundred years.
I know. I love it. Turtle. Turtle.
He's not here yet, man.
He's late every morning. You'd think you would have learned by now to leave the night before our meetings. Okay. Squirrel. Has anybody seen Mr. Squirrel?
The forest has been preparing just for you. Visit a forest near you today. To learn more about cool things to do in the forest, visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hello, Inter Miami CF fans. Download the Drink AR app and play inside a first-of-its-kind virtual soccer stadium, hosted by Bodega Trevento and Inter Miami CF, and celebrate your passion for soccer from the comfort of your own home. Find the download links on our Instagram account at Treventus and get our wines delivered straight to your home with a discount for all Inter Miami CF fans. Discover Trevento, a shared passion.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Welcome to Toasted Sports.
What day is it today?
It's Wednesday.
Is it? Actually, it's Wednesday.
Are you sure? Yeah. Hump day.
Why do you call it?
Hump day.
Because.
But halfway there.
Where?
Till the weekend. The weekend?
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Till then, let's get back to work.
Let's get back to work.
Let's go.
Oh, goody, we're on.
It's showtime.
Here's Toast.
Second hour. Toasted Sports drops as a podcast every single day and, of course, streams live on OnSideRadio.com. Make sure you are following on YouTube and on Twitch, like, set for notifications, all that good stuff. We'll go out to the phones right now, talk to a friend and a sports icon in South Florida. Yeah, I'm going icon. Mr. Dave Lamont, everybody. Dave, good morning, brother.
Hey, Toast, what's going on?
Dave also hosts The Nooner with Dave Lamont, which you can check out on Facebook, on his Facebook page every day, correct?
No, Mondays and Fridays. I'm way too lazy to do it 5 days a week. That's impossible. That's never going to happen.
So how you been, man? Everything good?
Everything is okay. Yeah, how about yourself?
I can't complain, man. I can't complain. It is NFL Draft Eve, and thought would bring you on. So here's my question for you: is we know the Dolphins have been pushing a lot of chips into this into the draft over the last couple of years. So they got 5 picks in the first 81, assuming they don't make any more moves on draft day.
Right.
Is this obviously my whole thing is with a rookie quarterback, you have that 5-year window with their rookie contract to try to build around them and get to a Super Bowl. So the way the Seattle Seahawks did it and some other teams have done it, Patrick Mahomes and whatnot. So with that being the case here in Miami, you got 4 years left of Tua. Could this be the biggest draft in Chris Greer's career in terms of setting us up for that success 2 to 3 years down the line?
That's a very good way of putting it, because you may never have this kind of situation where you have as many picks in the first 81 as you do. And again, we're going to assume they're not going to make any more deals, and you can't make that assumption with as aggressive as he's been. You know what your weaknesses are. They're very clear. You were lacking in playmakers. Well, you have a chance, depending on what the other teams do, to get one. Even though there's talk of drafting Sewell, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, you still need a guy who's going to scare defenses. And although Will Fuller's a fine football player, I don't know if he's going to frighten defenses like the people that could be available for the Dolphins. So that's one. Defensively, you still need to get after the quarterback, which has not been their best thing in the last few years. They've been adequate but not good enough. And then a running game has got to come out of that because you've got to support Tua. And, depending on how he develops and depending on what weapons you give him, if he doesn't run the ball, we may be looking at the Marino years all over again minus the 5,000-yard season. So, yeah, this is enormous for this team. I mean, they are sitting in a position where they're coming off at 10 wins, and yet because everything finished so badly on that last Sunday in the season wasn't really celebrated as a big turnaround.
Right. All right, so then a lot of folks are talking about what we're going to do at number 6, and you're talking about playmaker. The two names that everyone is talking about are Kyle Pitts and Jamar Chase. Now, if everything works out and the Dolphins, those two guys are off the board, and I've seen a couple mock drafts where those two guys are off the board by 6, is it a failure by the Dolphins if they don't get one of those two guys, or can they move back and pick up a Devonta Smith or a Jalen Waddle and still be very happy about getting a playmaker?
Well, the first thing is I don't think Pitts will be there unless they trade up to grab him at, say, 4 with Atlanta. If Atlanta's really serious about getting rid of Julio Jones, then they've got to replace him with a body who can be potentially almost as good, and that might be Pitts. So I think, and I don't think you do your quarterback if you're Atlanta right away.
Yep.
I think they need offense too. So yes, I think that's what they do. So now you're sitting there going, okay, we didn't get Pitts. I think you go out, if you don't get Chase, and the Bengals really now hold the key to your happiness. If they get the lineman that they need, then Chase is available. If they grab Chase to make Joe Burrow happy, then you're now looking at one of the two Alabama guys, or you consider yourself, hey, you know what, fans are going to yawn, but we'll take the big tackle. I still think playmaker is the biggest issue on this offense, without question. So I think you're going to grab one of those Bama receivers. Waddle's pretty damn good.
Yes, he is.
He was just nicked up, and Smith wins the Heisman and deserved it. But Waddle, I keep reading that he might end up being the better long-term pro prospect.
All right, so we know that the Dolphins also need to get pressure on the quarterback. They need an edge rusher. Now, we all know very well that we got two studs down at Miami with Jalen Phillips and Gregory Rousseau. One guy that I don't know a whole lot about, and I'm hoping you do, is this kid from Michigan, is a Poeti or something like that. Is he better? Do you think he's better than Phillips and Rousseau? Would you rather see the Dolphins grab him, or are you more for the Miami guys?
I would love to see the Miami guys. I think they're both great pro prospects. I think the Michigan player will be gone. I really do. I think by the time he might be. I mean, I've read mock drafts where that kid goes as high as 14, and then I've read them where he slides below the Dolphins and is kind of in the 20s, where I keep seeing where the UM players are, or in that 20 range. So, because look, everybody needs to rush the quarterback in this league now. I mean, it's so important. And you look at what Washington has done; they've built themselves now a defensive line for years. They have a lot of other weaknesses, but at least they've conquered that. That's what I'm doing. Now, having said that, if Najee Harris is sitting there at 18, which is very questionable, then I'm thinking, okay, Miami is a desirable free agency place. Maybe we can persuade a free agent in the next year or two to come play for us. And let's go get this running back who we don't think will be Trent Richardson, and who will end up being very good because he can catch the ball, which helps in the NFL. You don't just drag him out there to carry the ball, then you start bringing in all these third down guys. You can leave him out there if you want. That's probably what I would do. And then I'd go start chasing defense.
All right, so looking at the quarterbacks, I think we all assume and think that Trevor Lawrence is going to be pretty damn good and have a really good career. But when you look at the other four, between Zach Wilson, Mac Jones, Trey Lance, and Justin Fields, who out of those four is your favorite? Do you think will have the best career?
I didn't see much of Lance. I don't think many of us did. But we've seen the smaller school quarterbacks come in and do fairly well. Probably Wilson, because he's going to be the most mature coming out of BYU, and the fact that their players are always older. When they do missions and things, they take 2 years of their life and devote that to the church. So you generally get guys who are more mature, and he's going to need that if he winds up in New York, because the first time he throws it in completion, they'll boo him out of the stadium. the wild card is Fields. There are some people who love Justin Fields, and there are others who think he could be another Dwayne Haskins, which is a terrible thing to be called. I'm more in the I like Fields idea. I think if the 49ers go for quarterback, that might be the guy that I grab as they wave goodbye and end the Jimmy G era. That's probably what I would do. So I think that the main mock draft orders toast that I've seen seems to be Wilson and either Fields or Lance, probably Fields. And there's a bunch of Mac Jones fans that have been coming in from on the outside in horse racing terms who have him going. I've read mock drafts where he ends up 15th to New England, and I've read mock drafts where Atlanta takes him. I mean, good luck trying to figure that one out.
Yeah, mock draft by Chris Sims yesterday had Justin Fields as the last pick in the first round going to Tampa. That'd be fun.
Well, I mean, if he ends up being any good and if he's willing to listen and learn, that might not be a wise decision. My gut, and of course Sims knows more than I do, my gut says he's gone before then, but who knows?
All right, so Dave, for only the third time in the last 20 years, there will be Stanley Cup playoff hockey in Sunrise. Florida Panthers, man, I mean, listen, I think we all thought that when they made the move to bring Joel Quenneville down here a couple years ago, that everything was, all right, this franchise is going to start taking things seriously now. Man, they have built quite a nice little team, and it's been a fun season so far.
And the thing about them is they seem to never be out of a game.
Yeah.
They've had some huge, and they proved it again the other night. And they managed to do all right without Barkov, although their power play efficiency isn't what it could be. In the East, I don't know if there's a dominant Eastern team. I mean, Washington, Boston have been trading at the top. Certainly the Panthers have had moments where they've been the best in the East. The East is wide open. I think the West, everybody assumes it'll be Colorado or maybe Las Vegas. But no, this is an unbelievable achievement, particularly with the way last year was such a flat ending.
Yeah.
When they finally came back and they were sort of in the playoffs and they sort of weren't in the playoffs. And they just, they were swept aside almost as an afterthought. And well, there's not an afterthought this year. This is a team that could go all the way, at least to the Eastern Finals.
All right, let's talk about hockey, talked about football. Now we got the Heat. And I said this yesterday. So at this stage, I have decided that I have zero expectations for what's going to happen. Like nothing bad, nothing good. Like I don't want to get myself amped up or disappointed. They've been the only thing they've been consistent at this year has been inconsistency. And
man, it's impossible.
Yeah, and I just don't see, Dave, them being able to flip a switch all of a sudden and just turn it on for the playoffs. Am I wrong or?
No, I think you're right. It's been so strange. There are nights that when they play together, it's last year all over again, and they look like a dangerous team. But last year the East was open. I think the East is a little bit more closed this year. I think Philly may finally be ready to make a jump in the East to get to the finals and maybe even to the NBA finals. If the Nets can ever get everybody together on that team without having to, go into the training room, they're going to be very, very dangerous. The Celtics, always seem to be in the mix somewhere. No, this would be a big shock. I mean, last year was a pleasant surprise. This would be a massive shock. This would be dumping a hairdryer into a bathtub shock. I don't see it. There's just, Tyler Hero's numbers have slipped. I think teams have gotten into him a little bit. You've had a stretch of guys that I never even heard of before playing for this team due to COVID issues. No, it's not the same this year. Maybe we had our expectations too high after what happened last year, but I think that no, it's just not there this year. It's just not. I just can't see it.
We'll get you out of here on this. I'm assuming that you will be putting in your media credential request form for the Floyd Mayweather-Logan Paul fight at Hard Rock in a couple months.
If you can tell me who Logan Paul is, I might consider it. I've heard of Floyd Mayweather.
So I'm trying to figure out what Floyd Mayweather's trying to accomplish here. He's got a perfect record.
That's obvious.
Well, has he spent all the $500 million that he had? Just insane.
The guy supposedly walks around Vegas just handing out money, making it rain everywhere he goes, and he doesn't even have to be in a strip club to do that. I guess you can never have enough, and if he wants to do that, that's fine. No, I think I'll be busy that night. I believe I have some Hogan's Heroes reruns on my DVR that need attention.
It is fascinating to me that with boxing so down, that the most pub they're all of a sudden now getting in years is because the two Paul brothers are doing these stupid-ass fights.
I know, and listen,
brutal.
they're doing okay.
They
are getting attention, and
they're the new Kardashians.
Oh, that's terrific. We need more of them. So, between Courtney and whatever that guy with the neck tattoos making out in front of the cameras on the beach, what a coincidence that cameras just happened to
Travis
be there.
Barker, baby, Blink-182. Yeah.
That's right. I knew who he was. And I know the band, but yeah, I'm always suspicious of these, some of these, especially with Kardashians, because they're so camera savvy.
Dave, always great stuff. So the Nooner with Dave Lamont on his Facebook page Mondays and Fridays at noon, correct?
Yeah, and I'm screaming for sponsorship too. So anybody out there, I could use a couple bucks. But yeah, absolutely. And got to get you back on too one of these days. And it's always a lot of fun, and it's a very informal little chat. So hopefully people, one of these days I'll learn how to actually make it into a true podcast. But that seems like it's actual work. So I don't know again if I can do that.
You'll get a kick out of this. I am on the clock here for the next from now until Monday morning at 8 a.m. I am only allowed to tweet positivity from my account. Nothing negative at all.
Who put you up to that?
Well, some folks said I've been getting a little bit too negative, and so we decided to set a little bet here in the studio whether or not I can go 5 days and through a Dolphins draft without tweeting anything negative.
And if you do, what do you win?
If I do, I have to drink the most disgusting beverage on the world, and that is a 20-ounce Pepsi.
Oh, no, I would think anything like Clamato would be worse than that.
Oh, don't give Sean ideas.
Thank you, Dave.
Oh, God. Oh, Clamato. That's the worst. Clam and tomato juice, Jesus. Dave Lamont, thank you very much.
And even worse, if you threw beer in there, too.
Yes.
Then,
God.
Yeah, sorry about that, but I did.
Say, check out the Nooner.
But good luck.
Check out the Nooner with Dave Lamont on his Facebook page. Dave, always a pleasure. Thank you very much, man.
Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.
You got it. Oh, I love that guy. Dave Lamont is great. He is great. Clamato. Oh, God. No, we're not doing Clamato.
Yeah, we got to change.
I don't think they even make that anymore. I'm Googling it right now. I don't even think they make Clamato anymore.
If they make it, we may have to make a change.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Clamato. I'll vomit right here in front of you. Clamato.
Clamato juice and gobstoppers.
Oh, my God. That is just freaking. Oh, yeah. Here it goes. A drink. Is it? Tell me they don't even. Can you shop? Can you buy this right now? Oh, my God, you can. Oh, my God, you can get a bottle of it at Publix or at Walmart. Oh,
I guess I know where I'm heading after the show.
Oh, my God, doing Clamato and gobstoppers. Oh, that's just going to make me vomit badly. Vomit badly. Oh, my God, O's giving me a hard time now because I mispronounced the dude from friggin' Michigan.
Let's go. Quiddy Pay.
I don't care. This is Toasted Sports. We don't care. We're just going to call him the guy from Michigan. If you have a name like that, you're the guy from wherever you're at. I'm not pronouncing that name. We're going to take a break. This is Toasted Sports, streaming live on OnSideRadio.com.
You're listening to Toasted Sports. Take OnSideRadio.com, your home for sports talk everywhere with simple radio. Find the app at OnSideRadio.com, South Florida's home for real sports talk.
Let's raise a cup to the first among us who put themselves last. To the risk takers, the mask makers, the heroes on the front line and online. To the ones keeping shelves full and keeping us hopeful. To those who don't stop and those making all the stops. To the ones who pick up, suit up, and never let us down. From all of us at Duncan to all the heroes keeping everyone running, we thank you.
It's Toast. Smartest thing I did last year? Called B&T Windows and Doors and had PGT custom windows and doors installed in my house. Listen, it's spring. That means before you know it, we'll be hearing about the tropics churning. That means you need to get your home and family protected today. Call B&T right now and they'll get you installed ASAP with the best in the business, PGT Custom Windows and Doors. 954-233-0126 or bntwindowsanddoors.com. And P.S. Tell them you heard about them on Onside Radio.
Miami Dolphins fans, join us for OnsideRadio.com's NFL Draft Party at Sports Grill in Miami, 11481 Southwest 40th Street, Bird Road. Join Big O and Alex Dono for this 2-night event starting on Thursday, April 29th at 7:30 p.m. and Friday, day 2 at 6:30. Drink and food specials, giveaways, and the best damn draft party in South Florida. Join us for a 2-night event as OnsideRadio.com and Sports Grill on Bird Road bring you the best NFL draft party on the planet. Inter Miami fans, time to find out more about your favorite soccer team with OnsideRadio.com's IMCF Football Focus. Here's Austin Robillard.
After Philadelphia's CONCACAF Champions League game against Atlanta on Tuesday night that ended 3-0, Inter Miami still stand as the only team to have scored on Philadelphia in the 2021 season. Also, MLS put out their Team of the Week, and Inter Miami have 2 players in the starting squad. One went to Federico Higuain, and one went to Nico Figal, who looks to have been the best center back on the roster thus far. Maybe Ryan Shawcross was just a backup signing. Is LGP and Figal going to be the center back pairing as we see for the entire season?
Keep up with the latest on La Rosa Negra by subscribing on most platforms. Search Onside Radio. Welcome back to Toasted Sports. To reach out to Toast, dial 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. Back to Toasted Sports.
.921 Toasted Sports, streaming live on Onside Radio. Check us out on Twitch, on YouTube. Thanks to Dave Lamont for coming on and talking some
Thank you
sports.
very much, Dave Lamont.
Hell yes, always strong, Dave Lamont. Thanks to Austin Robillard for doing some soccer with us earlier. We got the confessional coming up next. Oh yeah, baby, the confessional. You got any plans for the weekend, Sean?
Recovering from our NFL draft parties, and then we got the watch party at Dangerous Minds for Inter Miami on Sunday.
Did you?
I'll be working.
All right. Will you be drinking it all when you work?
Maybe. They got some good IPAs there.
I'm thinking when I go down to Friday night, when I go down to Sports Grill, I may have to go ahead and try that Proper 12 whiskey of Conor McGregor's. I've never had it before. I've never had it before. Did you see what he did yesterday with that whiskey of his?
Oh, no, I did not see that.
Oh, bro. He sold it for $600 million. Oh, yes. So apparently, when he launched this whiskey, he did it alongside the well-known spirits company Proximo Spirits. And they own Jose Cuervo and other brands. And they owned a small stake in the Proper 12. And now after 3 years of building up that brand and marketing it like crazy, they are now going to become the majority stakeholders in that. Connor will still have a piece of it along with his manager and his business partner. But, yeah, man, they are pocketing $600 million. Are you – dude, what has happened with the booze industry, George Clooney and his tequila – they got like $500 million for it. I mean, it is insane.
So he's got that, and he's still got a stake.
Oh yeah, dude, he's still got. Yeah, he got a much smaller stake, but he's still because they still want him to do, the promotion and all that stuff. Exactly, still promote the hell out of it.
He's the face of that. Right
exactly, now. He is. But man, dude, it is insane. It is insane. $600 million, and listen, I don't know anything about whiskey, but I've heard it's average whiskey from people that like drink whiskey. Mm-hmm. So. $600 million. Yeah,
I'm not a big whiskey guy, but
neither am I.
If you're going to do it, I'll do it there that night, too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, that should be I meant to try some of that stuff.
Yeah, and then I'm going to hand you the phone so you can go negative.
Do you mix anything with whiskey, or do you just drink it straight?
No, I think you just drink it straight, right? Maybe on the rocks, right? Isn't it whiskey
Okay,
on the
well,
rocks?
now I know that there's some people that claim that that's sacrilegious because then the ice melts and then you're mixing water in it and that dilutes it. And I know there's some traditionalists that are like, no, you just do it neat. Room temperature.
Those are the 7-inning baseball people.
I think there's the runners on second, the 7-inning baseball people. You hear about the league that wants to now do a home run derby in extra innings.
That's for the extra innings?
Oh, yeah. No. Check this out. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me pull up this story. Oh, this is absolutely spectacular. There is a Major League Partner League that wants to replace. Hold on. I got to scroll down here.
I don't know if I'd be against
Here
that.
we go. One of the partner leagues, so I guess the Pioneer League or one of those. Yes, the Pioneer League.
Yeah, it's really test everything,
yes,
right?
We'll be replacing extra innings with a home run derby to settle games tied at the end of 9 innings. Bro, I could get into this.
Yeah.
Under the new rule, teams will select a hitter who will receive 5 pitches at the plate. Whoever hits more homers wins the game. While a tie means a sudden death round. Oh, hell yes!
Oh, yes, I can do this.
Oh, bro. It's a system not unlike the shootout seen in regular season NHL games following a single overtime period. Teams will also be allowed to use a designated pinch hitter and designated pinch runner, which basically means being allowed to bring a player back into the game after a pinch hitter or runner was used for them.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I think that takes away from the strategy.
Yeah, no, that takes away.
You want to keep your guys there.
Yeah.
You won't substitute for them.
I don't like being able to put a player back in after he's been taken out.
I think that's a little bit on the wall.
That's one of those things that makes baseball different from every other sport. And also soccer. Once you're out, you can't go back in. So I don't want that change. But bro, I'll tell you what. Dude, I'd be into that. Listen,
I could get in behind that one.
If you're going to mess with extra innings, right? If that's going to be something that we have to do for some reason, I am going all in on the derby over this crap with a runner at second base to start things. I mean, dude, absolutely. 100%. And now here's my question.
Especially only 5 pitches, too. Can you imagine the anticipation of those 5 pitches?
Well, now here's my question. It's a home run derby. Generally, a home run derby, you're getting easy pitches to hit. You know, you're getting like a pitching coach to just kind of soft toss you. You know, they're putting him in there at 75 miles an hour, not at 98.
Mm-hmm.
So
is
this going to be like, are you going to be able to bring in a reliever for this? Like, that's going to be firing 100-mile-an-hour, 5 balls at 100 miles an hour, and you got to is that?
Yeah, that's interesting. It doesn't say anything about that.
It doesn't say anything about that. So I don't know. Like, can you bring?
I can't think you're going to let their pitching coach pitch to the guy, right?
Well, but that's not a home run. Like, how you can't hit a.
Well, home run derby, you have your guy pitching to you, the guy you choose.
Well, exactly,
right?
but you've also got to have home runs. And if you have a reliever come in that's smoking the ball at 100 miles an hour, you may have 5 strikeouts. Yeah. No, so it's almost like you're just doing a longer inning. I don't know, man. As long as they're kind of, like, how do you determine that? Like, the ball can't be faster than 75 miles an hour, or it doesn't count?
Or maybe they do like they do the home run derbies. You have like your
own pitching coach?
Yeah, you go out to the mound and they take it and they give up the long balls.
Yeah, I'm thinking that would have to be how you do it. You have to have
I agree with you. If you got a guy throwing 90 or 100 coming out of the bullpen, your first 5 pitches you're probably not going to touch.
And you can't ask an opposing pitcher, hey, man, your job now is to come out and just give them 5 easy ones over the middle of the plate.
and then also, are you throwing the balls over the plate? You got 5 pitches. What if you're outside? You only had 2 chances to really hit 2.
Well, no, that's the thing. You got to have if it's a ball, it doesn't count.
Yeah. Okay.
I would think that's the way it is.
5 hittable pitches.
In a home run derby, a ball doesn't count. The only
true.
balls
as long
that
as you
count,
don't make an adjustment at it.
Right. The only balls that count are balls that you swung at. So balls that you made contact with and didn't make it out, or balls that did make it out. Balls that you take don't count. So I would guess. I mean, listen, home run derbies have been around for a long time. The rules are pretty much set in stone. So unless you're going to completely change the rules, but bro, I'm all in on that.
Yeah, if you're messing with extra innings, this is the way to go.
Yes. I mean, dude, the runner at second. I mean, just stop. Like, I mean, all of a sudden, after 120 years in baseball, we've now got a situation where in extra innings, a leadoff guy can get an RBI without hitting a home run. Really? Okay, that's happened in baseball forever. Sure, leadoff guys get a single, they get an RBI. Happens all the time. Are you kidding me? Home run derby, bro. Home run derby. Oh, yeah. Come on. You could pick J.D. Martinez or Giancarlo Stanton or David Duvall or whatever his name is.
Adam Duvall.
There you go.
I'd rather go with Jesus Aguilar.
Probably go with Jazz Chisholm, to be completely honest with you.
Adam Duvall streak, he'll win you 2, but then he's going to cost you like 6.
Exactly. All right, so that's I thought that was interesting. There was the other thing where they're talking about keeping the designated hitter attached to the starting pitcher, so that your starting pitcher has to, when he leaves the game, your designated hitter leaves the game. I'm not such a big fan of that because it just, again, I don't want to completely mess with the strategy of baseball.
Yeah.
But a home run derby and extra
play.
innings, hell yeah, bro. I'm game for that. Absolutely game for that. It is a pretty, so I just tweeted out a video talking about the fact that I have to only tweet positivity from this account for the next 5 days. The response is not a chance in hell is one of them. Yeah, you don't have a prayer. There's a better chance of me losing weight. Like, yeah, no, there's just a smiley face. No, there's just a, this is BS. Yeah, this is, I feel like, here's Kai. Kai's chiming in. He feels like a ghost pepper is a better punishment. Kai, just stop talking. No, we're going with Clamato and Gobstoppers.
Clamato and the ghost pepper.
No ghost pepper. No, I've done ghost peppers once. I will never do a ghost pepper. I did that Packy chip challenge with the ghost chip that was big like 4 years ago or whatever. Everyone was on.
Yeah, one chip.
Dude, that thing made me want to vomit. That was horrific. But yeah, no, it will be the most disgusting combination that we came up with, which is Gobstoppers. And thanks to David Lamont for the Clamato. Because we were going to do Pepsi, which is the most vile for me of all soft drinks.
Yeah, just because it was vile to you, yeah. But I think
Clamato
Clamato would be better
I think
Gobstoppers.
I believe Clamato is vile on a global scale to everybody. I mean, have you ever seen anybody? Dude, have you ever gone to a friend's house, opened their fridge, and seen a bottle of Clamato in there?
No, I probably would have left.
Exactly, right? Like, I've never seen it anywhere. It's never been in my house.
Will the Gobstoppers float in the Clamato juice like ice cubes?
Oh, will they dissolve and make the Clamato taste better?
Oh,
there's a question for you. Listen, the only thing I know about Gobstoppers is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I can tell you now, we're going to have the answers on Monday because there's no way you're going 5 days without.
No way. Folks on social media think there is a better chance of hell freezing over.
The only way it'll happen is if you break your phone today and you can't get a new one until Monday.
Not even I could do that. I couldn't. Me without a phone, oh my God, I would lose my mind. Just ask my wife. I'm on this thing 13 hours a day. And I know that because it tells me, hey, Marsh liked the tweet. What? Marsh liked the tweet I did. Oh, no, he liked the tweet someone else did to me. Gotcha. Damn you, Marshall. Why does he hate us all? Why does he hate us? Why does he hate us? Unbelievable.
It's not us. It's you.
I guess it's me. Well, has he texted you? Why don't you give him a text and see if he replies to you?
All right.
Just say, hey, Sean, Marshall, Sean, just wanted to say hi. Hope you're well. See if he replies.
I'll do it right
now. See if he replies to your ass. If he replies to you, oh, boy. Yeah, next time I see him, we're going to have words. All right, so if you missed it earlier, if you want to take over Marsh's fantasy baseball team, hit me up on Twitter. And I think we also may have a couple of other dead owners, and we got to take care of that because the guy I'm playing right now has had Mike Trout on the bench for the last 10 days, and that's just he's been hitting 500. So yeah, I think I don't want a whole bunch of dead teams in this league, and this is a keeper league too. So we gotta get this thing cranking. It's myself, Big O, and a bunch of listeners. So if you want to get in on this, I know we need at least 2 new owners. So hit me up on Twitter if you're interested, and we will try to go ahead and make that happen for you. Let's take a break. The confessional. So people in South Florida sin, and they will submit their sins anonymously. I will read them back, and myself and Sean will judge them for them. It is the confessionals coming up next.
We will.
This is OnSideRadio.com.
You're listening to Toasted Sports. Take OnSideRadio.com, your home for sports talk everywhere with the Radio.net app. Find the app at OnSideRadio.com, South Florida's home for real sports talk.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
When you want a perfectly straight smile without braces, you can count on MoodyOsDental.com. A stunning smile is within reach. Learn more about Invisalign. Find out why so many trust the Moody-Os family. Dr. Moody-Os is an inventor and has several patents on innovative surgical instruments that are used around the world. Experience a family environment and trust on a worldwide level. From implants to crowns to a beautiful Invisalign smile. Call 305-821-0231. That's 305-821-0231. Or go to the website at MoodyOsDental.com.
Time for a Sports Grill NFL Draft Profile. Michigan defensive end Kwity Paye. This 6'4" senior weighs 277 pounds.
Stanley with time. Stanley, and he sacked Kwity Paye again. Second sack of the day for the Wolverines.
Paye is a player who has every tool in the shed and every intangible football coaches and general managers desire. Wingspan 78.5 inches. 40-yard clocked in at low 4.5s. Plays with power and leverage. The only gamble is you're rolling the dice he'll play his best football at the highest level and produce the kind of numbers he never did in college. Never had more than 6.5 sacks in one season. Had 0 interceptions in 4 years. Forced just 1 fumble in 26 career games. Teams that could select him: Minnesota at number 14, New England at number 15, Las Vegas at number 17, or Indianapolis at number 21. Join OnsideRadio.com for NFL Draft Week at Sports Grill in Miami, 11481 Southwest 40th Street, Bird Road, for a 2-night event starting on Thursday, April 29th at 7:30 p.m. and Friday, day 2 at 6:30 p.m. Listen to the live broadcast exclusively at OnsideRadio.com or join Big O and Alex Dono for the best Miami Dolphins draft coverage on your home for real sports talk. OnsideRadio.com.
She's kind of a big deal. Some people like to say it's only because of how she looks. She sticks her tongue out a lot. But there's just something about her that makes people do crazy things, like get tattoos of her face or wait in line for hours just to say hi. Lil Bub is a 2-year-old cat, an Instagram celebrity with a following bigger than some 90s television stars. And it all started because she was adopted. You can't buy a best friend like Lil Bub, but you can adopt one. Help us save them all at bestfriends.org.
Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnsideRadio.com sports update.
The Florida Panthers, they're playoff bound after defeating Nashville Predators 7-4 last night. Bobrovsky, he was pulled for rookie Spencer Knight, and the Panthers scored 4 goals in the third period for the win. Jonathan Huberdeau had 2 goals, 3 assists. Their next game in Chicago against the Blackhawks tomorrow night. That puck drops 8 p.m. The Miami Marlins, they lose 5-4 to the Brewers last night, but the biggest loss may be Jazz Chisholm. He left the game in the first inning with a hamstring injury. They're back at it at 1:40 today. Sandy Alcantara is on the mound for the Fish. And your Miami Heat, they're back on the hardwood tonight at the AAA, welcoming the San Antonio Spurs. The Heat remain in the 7th spot in the playoff race. You're listening to South Florida's only local sports talk station, OnsideRadio.com.
Welcome back to Toasted Sports. To reach out to Toast, dial 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. Back to Toasted Sports. We've all sinned. This is where we get our absolution. Welcome to the confessional. Here's Monsignor Toast.
I don't know about absolution, but you're sure as hell going to get mocked. So here's what happens. People anonymously submit sins that they have committed, possibly recent. Some of them could have been years ago, but they just want to get it off their chest, but anonymously. So they submit it to us, and we read back the best ones, and we judge them for it. Number 1, the music went quiet in the strip club, and everyone heard me open my Velcro wallet.
You deserve it, bro.
Bro, it is 2021.
Velcro
How
wallet.
the hell can you... Do they still make Velcro wallets?
I don't know where you can find one.
I haven't even seen... Like, I don't...
Maybe it's a gift giveaway?
I don't know. I haven't purchased a wallet or a a money clip in a while, but man, I can't remember. I had a Velcro wallet when I was like 10.
Yeah, that was the last time I had a Velcro wallet.
I think
it was all changing.
I think it was a G.I. Joe Velcro wallet.
I wonder what his was.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Next one. I went to a gay club on a bar crawl with work friends. Went to the bathroom and was propositioned by two guys giving each other tuggies in the corner. I'm straight, so politely and gratefully declined. But it was the biggest confidence boost I'd ever had. Smiled for days. Lovely guys. I know where this has happened to me.
Really?
I have been propositioned a long time ago when I was a bit thinner. But I was propositioned by a gay man, and I'll be honest with you, bro.
Ego boost?
Absolutely. Dude, I was floating on air. I mean, I turned him down, obviously. But I was confident as hell. I had a strut in my step for a couple days after that.
Oh, look
Listen,
at that.
man, anytime you find out that someone thinks that you're good looking or attractive, I think that's a little ego boost, right?
You know what you call that? Options.
There you go. Wow.
I got options, honey.
All right, here's one from a long time ago that someone wanted to get off their chest. In the late 90s, just after Christmas, we sat in a bar and filled out a newspaper classified section saying that any unwanted Christmas trees could be left in our buddy's front yard. Oh, God. People kept leaving them, and he didn't know why. Oh, that's phenomenal. Can you imagine that guy? Every day he wakes up, 5 more Christmas trees on his front yard. They probably got sparse tinsel on them because folks took them down. And, all.
They'd leave all the tinsel on them.
All right, next up. This one's good. This one is, oof. When my wife and I are arguing, I drink a big glass of milk before bed. I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh.
The gas is deadly, but I'm a heavy sleeper, and I don't notice. She is not and does, bro.
Oh, wow,
that's
good.
That's got to be, listen, for you to do that, that's got to be one hell of a little argument.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not just a dust-up.
That's not, and the fact that you now have this as a plan, y'all argue a lot apparently.
Yeah, this is very well thought out.
That is, bro. And
then you got to know there's going to be drawback after this, right?
Well, but here's the thing, dude. If you've been farting in your room all night long, it's still going to smell like that in the morning. Like, you'll smell like stale fart in that bedroom. Like, she's going to be smelling that. Oh, yeah. You think there was an argument beforehand? Wait until the argument when you wake up. All right, next up. Oh. I'm a college student with a 45-year-old sugar mama. I have a PS5, an iPhone 12, and my master's tuition debt has been paid off. My sugar mama is also my mother's best friend from childhood.
Oh, that's been insetted for a while.
Now, you have to, just for the good of all of us, you have to invite the two of them to tea together. And the three of you hang out for an afternoon. Oh, my God.
I don't know what would happen.
I want to see it. Just stream that stuff live on whatever.
Oh, that would be so good.
I will watch that. All right. I found that my teenage son had been looking at porn on our PC. After deleting his history and explaining to him that it gives an unrealistic depiction of sex, I showed him how to use private browsing. See, that's a father. That's a father.
That's
100%.
Right there.
That is 100% a dad.
Yes.
No mom is going to do that.
Nope.
That is a dad. Good for you, dad.
Kudos,
100%. All right, next one. Couple left. Scrolling my wife's friend's Insta, I accidentally liked an 8-year-old bikini pic, so now I need a new identity and to move to Brazil. Yeah, bro, that's going to be an issue because she's going to tell your wife, your husband liked a photo of me from 8 years ago on my IG feed. Like, he was scrolling way, way down.
Yeah,
that's
stalker level.
Why are you stalking my friend's Instagram page?
Yes.
Like,
8
this is
years ago?
Yeah, bro, this is now turning into a thing. Exactly. She best not have been wearing a bikini. Oh, she was. Oh, now you're screwed. Yeah. Wow. That is not. Yeah, you better unlike that quickly.
Just dumb.
Hey, my thumb slipped. I don't know how you explain that one away.
I don't know how you explain you're looking 8 years back in a friend's IG account.
All right, last one. I am a grown man of 35. When I'm listening to music and someone asks me what I'm listening to, I'll say some random band rock music. I'm really listening to Disney's Moana soundtrack. That whole soundtrack is banging. Nothing better to lift the spirits. I've never heard it.
The Rock is awesome.
The Rock submitting confessions to us?
No, the Rock sings on that soundtrack.
Does he really sing on it?
He's Moana. He's the.
Well, I know
the
he's
big
like
guy
a character
Moana,
in it, but he actually sings. Okay.
Yeah, he actually sings.
I
in
haven't
a lot
seen
of
the
that.
movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, I saw IG with his daughter was listening to it, and they sing it all the time.
Oh, very nice.
But she thinks Aquaman's better than him.
Well, yeah. Well, no, listen. Maybe she'll, because he's going to be he's about to do a superhero movie.
Yeah, Black Adam.
Yeah, Black Adam. So maybe once she sees that, she'll say, all right, well, Black Adam's better than Aquaman. But as it stands right now, if I'm a kid, yeah, I'm saying, yeah, Aquaman's better than The Rock. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Well, dude, it's Aquaman. Like, The Rock doesn't have superpowers. If you're his daughter, you're like, yeah, I mean, Dad, you're cool, but, bro, Aquaman, he talks to the fish.
The Rock did have superpowers. He got Aquaman to send a birthday gift to his daughter.
There you go. There
A
you
birthday
go.
video.
All right.
Aquaman.
That is it for the confessional. Peace be with all of you. We will now move on to the roundtable. Got to lose that music. Can't have that music be part of the podcast. All right. Today's roundtable question. We do this every single day. Everyone that hosts on this show will all respond. We will take all of our responses, put them together as a podcast that you can subscribe to and see what we all thought. Today's question is, with the Dolphins expected to select a playmaker at number 6, what direction should they go in at number 18? I am all about defensive end. Now, you got the kid from Michigan, right? The kid from Michigan. I personally, listen, dude, I know that there's an issue with Jalen Phillips and, the concussion issue. And then you've got the issue with Gregory Rousseau and that he's a little bit more raw and sat out a year. I want one of those two guys. They were both monsters the last time we saw them on the field. Rousseau was a monster 2 years ago, and Jalen Phillips was a monster this past year. I want an edge rusher. You need an edge rusher. I understand the edge rushing class is weak this year. I'm not sure that either one of them are worthy of being grabbed at number 18, but when that position is as the talent level is as low as it is in the draft and on your roster, beggars can't be choosers. So you got to figure out which one of those three guys is the guy that Flo can turn into an edge rusher that goes to Pro Bowls. That's what you need out of there. You need to get an edge rusher that you can turn into a guy that's going to go to some Pro Bowls. That's what they need. They haven't been able to get it. They've looked in the draft. They haven't found it. Charles Harris. The list is long and illustrious. They got to find that. So I'm saying defensive end. Defensive end at number 18. Now, I could also see them trading down. The more I'm looking at this draft, depending on what happens with Pitts and with Chase, I can see the Dolphins trading down to like 10 or 11. If those two guys are gone, I think the Dolphins trade down, try to pick up another first-rounder next year, and then they grab a Devonta Smith or Jalen Waddle like 10 or 11. Because I also think that if that does happen now, realize that if those two guys are gone by 6, that means that you still got one of those quarterbacks is on the board. And there's going to be a team that's going to want to move up to get that quarterback.
Yeah, definitely before Detroit and Carolina.
Exactly. So right now, my gut tells me I think the Dolphins, unfortunately, I don't think that Pitts and Chase will be there. I think the Dolphins will move down to like 9 or 10 and get either Smith or Waddle. That's what I think is going to end up happening. We'll see if I'm wrong. I don't know. Not that I have any contacts or inside information, just my gut. So we'll see what happens. But yes.
And there's a lot of that.
Wow. That was just a shot over the bow out of the blue. And let me just say, he just took a shot at me. The dude has a pillow-sized bag of gummy bears. I'm going to tell you, hold on, I'm taking a picture of that. And you're making fun of my gut, bro? Dude, that thing is the size of your head. Black Forest gummy. It's like a pillow-sized sack full of gummy bears. And you're making fun of my gut? Bro, I'm on keto the last friggin' week. I'm down 7 pounds.
You're looking good. You're slimming up, man. You're looking good.
Yeah, wait until you see me in a few months.
Still a lot of gut there, though. I've got more.
Hey,
I've got more.
Hey, I think we might need a new producer in the morning. I don't know who you got on standby, but let's start bringing him in here, trying him out. I think Sean might have run his course.
Damn
it. All right, we got to take a break. Our man Kai is coming up next. We'll chat with him a little bit before we get out of here. This is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
Marsh responded.
Toasted Sports returns after this.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
It's toast. When South Floridians need hurricane windows, there's only one crew to call, Brett and Tom at B&T Windows and Doors. They came to the crib last year, installed PGT windows and doors, and now I'm set. No more plywood, no more knuckle-busting wing nuts. PGT windows and doors will keep me and my family safe the next time a named storm comes rolling on through. Call B&T today, 954-233-0126, or bntwindowsanddoors.com. And P.S., do me a favor, tell them you heard about them on OnSideRadio.com.
When you want local sports, 1260 WLESPN.
We're live and local.
Yes, what she said.
Well, it's what they wrote.
Look at it this way, honey.
Oh, no, here we go.
At some point, this was all live, and wherever it came from, it was local there.
You get that look whenever you stretch the truth or when you need your laxative.
Ain't it awful? South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com.
Now that it's springtime, it's only getting hotter here in South Florida. Make sure your AC in your home or business is running smoothly by investing in a preventative maintenance plan from M&S Air Conditioning. And M&S is a Mitsubishi Diamond Elite contractor. When you purchase a new Mitsubishi electric mini split system, you'll get a 12-year warranty. Or install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit that captures and destroys biological contaminants to improve air quality. M&S Air Conditioning have been providing prompt, honest, and reliable service for over 30 years. Schedule service or call to get more info on our preventative maintenance plans. Call 954-421-3680 or visit ac-florida.com.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Inter Miami CF fans, join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all Inter Miami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the Inter Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
At OnSideRadio.com, we chirp all day and night. It's time to do some more chirping with David Dwork at our Chirping the Cats report.
It was a big night for the Florida Panthers Tuesday in Nashville as the Cats came up with 4 third-period goals to take down the Predators by a score of 7-4. For the Panthers, the win clinched a spot in the 2021 Stanley Cup playoffs, just the 7th time in franchise history that Florida has qualified for the postseason. Leading the way for the Panthers was Jonathan Huberdeau, who scored twice during the final frame and finished with 5 points on the evening. Captain Sasha Barkov chipped in with a pair of goals, giving him 24 this season in just 45 games. I also have to mention Frank Vetrano because he scored another third-period goal, and of course it proved to be the game winner. He now has a ridiculous 7 game-winning tallies this season. The Panthers will now head north to Chicago as they prepare for their final 2 road contests of the season against the Blackhawks. Chicago is still clinging to hopes of making the playoffs, but they currently trail 4th place Nashville by 7 points in the standings, though the Blackhawks do hold 2 games in hand. Florida, meanwhile, is still fighting for the top spot in the Central Division, trailing Carolina by 2 points while having played 2 more games than the Hurricanes.
Keep up with the latest on the Florida Panthers by subscribing on most platforms by searching Onside Radio, your home for South Florida sports. Now back to Toasted Sports. To reach out, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast.
Final segment. Wrapping up Wednesday morning. This is Toasted Sports. I'm Toasty, Sean Stanley, and Kai is in here with us. Good morning, Kai.
Good morning.
What you got coming up on your big show today?
Well, it is a Wednesday, so it is a Royal Wednesday. So Royal A. Shepherd will join us.
Okay.
As well as my, I would like to say other half, and Josh Houts. He will come on at 11:30, so we'll talk with him. We'll talk a lot of Dolphin stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, Royal claimed to be Royal Kuiper Jr.
Okay.
So it'll be very interesting to see what he has to say. He's transitioning from his Packers fandom to becoming a Dolphins fan, so... soon.
Why would you make that transition?
He said that it was an agreement with his wife that once Aaron Rodgers retired or wasn't a part of the Packers anymore, that he would become a Dolphins fan because his wife's a Dolphins fan.
Did I miss a news flash?
He's in the middle of a transition right now.
Oh, so it's going to take. All right. So he can't just do it cold turkey one offseason. He wants to graduate. Oh,
yeah.
He's like the Packers front office.
So exactly. So
he's a fan of both teams this year, basically.
The second that Aaron Rodgers is no longer a Green Bay Packer, he's jumping ship.
Wow, that's quite an agreement that that his wife got him to agree to. That's wow. She's got some skills. Getting a guy to give up his football team for you. That's to be a Dolphins fan. That's damn impressive, especially when you've been winning Super Bowls, or at least one.
Yeah.
All right, Champions League yesterday. Kind of cool that we have now had an American player score in the semifinal round. First time ever. Good stuff. And
especially
a huge goal,
after
too.
not playing for like a long time as well. And he could have taken it better, I have to say. While watching it, I didn't think he was going to score.
Nothing but positivity. Nothing but positivity. No negative.
But it's a good thing he scored.
Okay.
I'm not I'm glad that he scored and it was a good goal. I do think that he could have taken it just a little bit better.
Okay.
But that just goes to show how much Real are missing Sergio Ramos because he would have never let that go by.
So you think Chelsea will go ahead and advance to the finals? Does Real come back in the second leg with that away goal, and can they get over that or no?
I don't know. It's hard to really think about because I don't know if Real can really make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think Chelsea could make it happen. So it's kind of hard to believe that Chelsea are now having an away goal going up like that. It's kind of hard to think about, honestly.
It's hard to believe that that Chelsea is here right now after what was going on with Lampard earlier in the season. It's unbelievable.
And then Thomas Tuchel is like the worst coach it's ever.
I know it's
come
ridiculous.
by, apparently, according to English people. Not like he took a PSG team with less talent and more issues last season to the freaking final in Lisbon or anything.
All right, so you're going to we're both going to be going out to the draft party on Friday, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll be out there for Friday. What are your expectations? Like your dream scenario tomorrow night when the first round is over, what two players do you want to see on the Dolphins roster?
Kyle Pitts and Travis Etienne.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. I go with those.
I
don't think Pitts will be there, but
I don't know.
I think Atlanta's taking Pitts.
The thing that I have been really cautious about is that one person, Tony Pauline, who works for PFN, for whatever reason, even though he's more of a New Yorker and really a lot of his stuff is like with the Jets, whenever he says something about the Dolphins, he nails it.
Okay.
And this Dolphins organization, they might not let a lot of stuff out, but when he does say something, he does nail it. And he's very convinced, as I think everyone else is, that if Pitts is there, there's no shot that they're not taking him.
Oh, I think they would take him absolutely if he's there. I just don't think he'll be there.
I think he will.
See. We'll see.
Pitts himself said he doesn't think. He said he thinks it's going to be 4 quarterbacks.
Absolutely, it could be, and then well, we'll see what happens.
So I don't think Atlanta's that.
It is going to be a very interesting draft, and a lot of outside of pick number 1, there's not a whole. We think we know a lot of stuff, but it could go a lot of different directions. So it's going to be a fun TV for the next few days.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm out of here. Kai's up next. We'll see you tomorrow. This has been Toasted Sports on OnsideRadio.com.